What's the number one reason people get into trading? Whether it's stocks, options, forex, doesn't fucking matter. What's the number one reason if you had to guess? Money, right? That's why 99 or whatever percent of people get into it. They want to earn money. They want to make as much money as possible. And that's why 90, 95, 99, whatever the percent is, are not successful or not consistent because that greed, that, oh, I need to make more, that always comes into play. And I'm going to just talk about why most people are not successful, why the 90 whatever percent isn't successful. And today I'm just going to touch on patience, right? So I took a trade today, just one trade. So I'm trading options. So because I don't have the capital to trade just stock. So I'm trying to grow this account from 300 to 1,000. We're currently at 620, a little milestone. We doubled our account. So we made 3% today, $19. Nothing crazy because I don't really have much money to really make much. And with options, you always have to, it's risky. So I cut my losses, and if I take my profits much quicker than I would if I was trading stock. But patience. Well, patience is the main reason people aren't successful. It's one of the main reasons. There's a bunch of them, but it's one of the main reasons. And the reason why people aren't patient is because that greed, because people get into this for the money. You shouldn't get into it for the money. You should get into it to actually learn the skill of trading, and then money is just a symptom of knowing this skill. So today, took a trade on NVIDIA, right? That's what I always trade, like 9 times out of 10. Always trade NVIDIA. So let's go to the 4-hour real quick, I always go to the 4-hour. So I just believe we're in bearish territory because we're making lower highs, or lower high here, lower high here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. This potentially could be a lower low as well. So in my mind, I'm just thinking bearish, but it's a little consolidation right here. So I trade on the 15-minute, right? So on the 15-minute, before even going to the trade, before like at 9 o'clock, right, like 30 minutes before, I drew my resistance and I drew my support just to get a general idea of, okay, what we're doing. And that's what I typically trade. So I already knew my support, my resistance pre-market. So I'm like, good to go. Let's see what happens. So let's open the 1 minute just so you can get more clarity. So patience, right? We saw this push up. So let me preface this by saying this. Prior to getting into this trade, I told myself, going back to the 15-minute, I told myself I would not enter. So I was thinking buy a put. So I'm thinking we're going to the downside. So I make money as the stock goes to the downside. I told myself I am not going to enter position until NVIDIA breaks above 119. The reason I say that, because that's our general resistance range right here. General resistance range, and with resistance, it doesn't have to be a specific point. It just has to be, it's a general range. So going back to the 1 minute, I told myself prior, right? This is the discipline aspect. I told myself I'm not going to take a put position until NVIDIA goes above 119. So there was plenty of instances, right? We have this push up. I could have got in right here. This little fake out, right? You might think it might curl over right here at this, what is this, 118.82. But in my mind, I'm like, patience. I told myself once it breaks above 119, we're going to kind of see where we're at for the day. It can continue to push up or it can curl on over. So it hit highs of 119.44 this morning. And I was like, all right, perfect. It broke above the 119. And then I saw this purple candle, or red candle. I just like it purple because it looks cooler. So I saw this candle here. I didn't enter until this candle about right here. And then it faked me out a little bit, not going to lie. It did fake me out. But I increased my position size, so I bought more contracts as we started to push back down again. And then I closed it out about this range right here, about 118.20 something. So, moral of the story, right? Patience. I could have easily hopped in early over here. I still kind of, I guess, hopped in a little early because it faked me out for a little bit, but I saw that was a lower high, and then we continued to push to the downside. Right now, it's just consolidating between this general 119 and then 118, just consolidating. the point I make to you is, since I day trade, I don't like to have the 1 minute. Even though I used to trade on the 1 minute, I don't like to have the 1 minute because it's too volatile for me, especially with my trading style. I like to have the 15 minute because it just opens it up a little bit better. And it lets it paint its picture a little bit, right? On the 1 minute, if I wasn't patient, I could have easily jumped in over here, right? I could have easily jumped in over here because I saw a red candle. Didn't do it. I was disciplined to my plan. I'm not going to enter a put until it broke above that 119 because that was our typical resistance range. So I wanted to wait till that 119 and then see what happens from there. So it curled on over. I thought it was going to continue to curl over. I was in one contract, I believe, at this point. And then once it hit this, I'm still in one contract. Then I entered in two more contracts. And then we pushed down to the downside. Then I exited as we reached our previous low. And I thought it was going to continue to break. But I was like, let me just make my money and bounce. And then good thing I did because then it came back up to touch 119 again. So, moral of the story, if you're not patient, like, people get into trading because it's quick money. It's quick. It's okay, I can do whatever I want and make money and do fuck all that. If you don't have a structure, if you're not patient, fuck all the trading shit because you're not going to be successful. And I just gave you an example of how being patient and not being greedy and just sticking to a plan can make you a good trader, a successful trader. And let me just go back to this real quick just to kind of give you guys an update on. So I've been trading pretty well for the month of March. Let's open this up a little bit. So this is March so far. So I don't trade every day. How do I open this up a little bit? Yeah, so this is the month of March. Been green so far, so just consistency, bro. Just consistency. And then we're just going to continue to scale up. So we're going to go from, once I do hit 1,000 on this count, go from 300 to 1,000. Then I'll go from 3,000 to 10,000. So that $190 or that $19 gain today, just add an extra zero to that once I do scale up because I'm going to go from 3,000 to 10,000. So it's just learning the skill, bro. Don't worry about the money. Learn the skill. The money will come as you scale up. So that's all I wanted to say and just give you a little update on where I'm at on the $300 challenge. So peace out.